Sagittarius energy is expansive, it's bold, it's optimistic, it's always on a quest. So if you're ready to think big, to embrace opportunities, and bring a sense of optimism and buoyance to your business, this episode is for you. Welcome back to the Zodiac Business Series. This is where we unpack each of the 12 zodiac signs so you can understand how you can use the energy to elevate your business. Today, we are exploring the vibrant and enthusiastic sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy encourages us to aim higher, to think bigger, and to trust the process as we pursue our biggest, boldest goals. And I love that for this time of year as well. We are in Sagittarius season now as I'm recording this. So whether or not you're a Sagittarius, this energy has something to offer your business because every chart has an area that is directed by the sign of Sagittarius, and understanding how to work with this sign's energy, this visionary, adventurous energy, can help you to find new opportunities for growth. Let's start with the essence of Sagittarius. This sign is symbolized by the centaur, half man, half horse, or the archer, or a combination of both. Sagittarius energy is all about aiming for something higher. That's that symbolism of the arrow, and the arrow is pointed up. Whether that's the big picture vision, whether that's a life-changing idea, or something that's an entirely new direction, this is what Sagittarius is always seeking. It's a seeking energy. There's also a sense of freedom and wild abandon about the symbolism of Sagittarius. Think about the centaur that is able to run free, this mythological creature, half man, half horse, that is able to run free and explore and adventure or quest beyond what is possible for humans. Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter. You will know this from my other episodes, that Jupiter is our planet of expansion, of generosity, of optimism, of abundance, of wisdom. It is an energy that thrives on growth and exploration and expansion. And it's always seeking new opportunities to learn and to grow and to evolve. And that is also part of the Sagittarius archetype. So in business, Sagittarius energy is a wonderful thing. It encourages us to take bold risks. This energy thrives when you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and going places where other people dare not tread. It also encourages us to pursue higher learning and to pass on our learnings as well. Sagittarius is often associated with teaching, with higher learning in some way, with passing on wisdom. Sagittarius loves knowledge and wisdom, and this is therefore a perfect energy for exploring new subjects, exploring new places, exploring new trends or strategies that will enhance your business. It also encourages us to stay connected to our higher purpose and our bigger vision, because Sagittarius isn't just about material success. There is something in this sign that is connected with meaning, with purpose, and with sharing that meaning and purpose with others. But with all of this optimism and adventure, Sagittarius energy can sometimes get a bit carried away, a little over exuberant at times, and this energy can need a little bit more focus and structure to ground its big ideas into something practical and achievable. So we're going to work through how Sagittarius energy can be assisted with this in a moment. But let's just think a little bit more deeply about how Sagittarius energy might be playing out in your business. It's going to help you with your vision, with your expansion. Sagittarius energy thrives on growth. If you are a Sagittarius energy, if you have Sagittarius sun sign, rising sign, or a lot of planets or placements in Sagittarius, you are probably quite a visionary, expansive type person. Maybe you set yourself ambitious goals You always are thinking about how you can expand your offerings or even take your offerings to a global audience in some way. It's also, as I've said, a very optimistic and inspirational energy. Sagittarians often bring a positive outlook to business. This positive outlook that's going to inspire and uplift clients, collaborators, and your audience in general. Your enthusiasm is contagious, and you can really work with this in your business as well. And of course, lifelong learning is really important to Sagittarius energy. So if you have this energy, you're probably always seeking ways to grow and improve. And this might mean that you have no difficulty investing in education, in learning from mentors, in staying curious about what's important in your industry. This is all great energy to harness in your business. You're also more likely to take risks and to be a little bit more adventurous, because Sagittarius energy is going to push you to explore new markets, to test different ideas, to embrace a bit more of the unknown. You may be a little more comfortable with risk than others. And this is really this can be very beneficial in business, because as entrepreneurs, we need to be able to take risks and to be able to take a leap of faith and trust that the net will appear. So the placement of Sagittarius in your chart is going to reveal where this energy is most active. And I haven't talked about this a lot in my other episodes of the Zodiac Business Series, but I want to touch on it today and maybe in future episodes. If you think about Sagittarius, for instance, in the second house or directing the second house of your birth chart, you are going to look for opportunities for financial growth, because the second house is about your finances, your skills, your talents, your resources. So with the second house that's directed by Sagittarius, you might find financial growth or revenue growth through teaching, through sharing wisdom, or through getting more education and wisdom. Are you being a mentor? Are you being a mentee? That could be a really important part of the way that you earn and spend your money. If it's in the 10th house, if Sagittarius is directing your 10th house, and I do have a lot of clients who have a Sagittarius 10th house, which is very interesting because it drives you to pursue a career that is more visible often. You are an inspirational source for your audience. You are more adventurous. You are more purpose-driven. You are going after something that has deep meaning to you. And that is part of your legacy. It is part of your public reputation. If you have Sagittarius, for instance, in the 6th house, which is your house of daily routines and systems and processes, this is going to bring a little bit of a sense of adventure and flexibility potentially to your day-to-day routines. You may need more flexibility and adventure in your day-to-day life. So these are things to consider about where this Sag energy is showing up for you, because as I said, it is showing up for all of us somewhere in our birth charts. And when Sagittarius energy is active or activated in your chart, like especially with a Jupiter transit, this is a time where you might be feeling like you can take more risks, like you can pursue growth or adventure or go on a quest in some way. And right now, as I'm recording this, we are in Sagittarius energy. You might actually be feeling this uplift to you, like, oh, I want to explore more, or I want to share more wisdom, or I want to gain more wisdom. Maybe you're thinking about who you can work with in the future, who you can be mentored by in the future. So some practical tips for working with Sagittarius energy in your business. Dream big, plan bigger. Use this energy to set ambitious goals. This time of year, Sagittarius energy is so powerful for setting goals because you are thinking bigger than you normally would. But you need to pair them with a practical plan to bring them to life. Sidebar, I do have a cosmic business planning workshop coming up in January. If you would like to get a little bit more practical guidance on how to put your plans in action in 2025, you can check that out in the show notes or description box. But Sagittarius thrives on vision. You know, it thrives on that big picture, on those big goals. It loves a big goal, but it also needs a little bit of practical guidance and practical grounding to make those things happen. You want to invest in learning. If you have strong Sagittarius energy, or you want to channel this energy, invest in learning, whether it's a new course, a mentor, even travel to it, like particularly, overseas conferences and events are a great way to work with Sag energy. Sag energy loves growth through knowledge. It loves growth through expanding your horizons. So think about what you can do to work with that in 2025. You also want to embrace global thinking. It's not a limited or a local energy. It's a broad energy. Think about how you can expand your reach, whether that's through international clients, whether that's through collaborations or scaling your offerings online. You also want to stay purpose-driven, connected to your meaning and purpose, because Sagittarius energy is deeply connected to meaning. So you want to keep that big picture vision in mind and let it guide your decisions and your strategy. Don't get lost in the detail. That's the beauty of Sagittarius energy. It is taking a step back. It's always considering the meaning of the work. You also want to balance this optimism, which is fantastic, with a little bit of realism, because Sagittarius energy is going to encourage bold risks. So it's important to balance that and to assess the practicalities to ensure these big ideas can succeed. Like, make sure that there is a little bit of practicality and a little bit of detail involved in this stuff. Like, allow yourself to feel into that big energy, but don't forget the practical application. And this is where we step into the shadow side of Sag energy. Like with every sign, Sagittarius also has its challenges. Its adventurous, expansive nature can sometimes lead to overcommitment, because Sagittarius wants to do everything, but it can struggle to prioritize or finish projects because it's so excited about all of the things. Restlessness. That is one of those shadow traits of Sag energy. It's always looking for something new, so it can get a little restless when things aren't moving or changing or going as fast as it would like. It can make it hard to stick with routines or focus on the consistent activities that will create the results. Over-optimism is another potential issue with Sag energy. Because it thrives on positivity, it can overlook potential risks or underestimate the effort required to achieve those big ideas. So this again is where that need for a little bit more practicality, a little bit more grounding can come in with this Sagittarius energy. To balance out those tendencies, a focus on creating structure and setting realistic timelines for your goals and creating a little bit of a step-by-step for yourself can be very helpful. Okay, so Sagittarius energy is all about growth, optimism, and adventure, and it makes it an incredible ally for expanding your business and staying connected to your bigger vision, to the meaning of your work. Whether you are a Sagittarius sun sign, rising sign, or you're just looking to tap into this energy more, this episode, The Lessons of Sagittarius, can help you dream bigger, take inspired risks, and bring more meaning to your business journey. If you want to explore your own Sagittarius energy or any other part of your chart, book a Cosmic Business Breakthrough session with me. Together, this is where we can uncover your unique energy to create a business that's expansive, aligned, and ready to grow. So now you understand Sag energy. Make sure you check out my other episodes in the Zodiac Business Series. If you're a Sagittarius sun sign, it's likely you might have some Scorpio energy in your chart as well. So if you haven't already, go and watch my Scorpio energy episode next. And of course, if you are feeling into all this expansive energy of Sagittarius season and you want to be able to ground that with some practical tools, join me for my Cosmic Business Planning Workshop. It's happening on the 8th of January, Australian time, the 7th of January if you're in the US. And it's a 2-hour workshop. We're going to go deep into all of the things that are happening in 2025 and how you can work with your personal astrology chart for best results.